In a surprising move, Chancellor Jeremy Hunt's budget has prolonged the so-called windfall tax on oil and gas production, sparking outrage among Tory MPs. The tax, initially introduced in 2022, was intended to be temporary but has now been extended until 2028 to 29. Critics argue that this decision is short-sighted and will have severe consequences for the economy. Among the most vocal opponents of the extension are Scottish Tory leader Douglas Ross and Junior Energy Minister Andrew Bowie. They argue that the tax has already led to the cancellation of new projects and is costing jobs in regions heavily dependent on the oil and gas industry, such as the northeast of Scotland. This latest move adds to a long history of temporary taxes becoming permanent fixtures in the UK's fiscal landscape. From William Pitt the Younger's income tax in the 18th century to more recent examples like the bank levy, imposed on British-based banks in 2011, temporary measures have a tendency to linger long after their intended expiration dates. The decision to extend the windfall tax raises questions about the government's economic policy and commitment to low taxes. Critics accuse the Conservatives of abandoning their principles in favour of short-term revenue gains. With the cost of living crisis looming, there are growing calls for a re-evaluation of the government's approach to taxation and economic management. As opposition mounts against the extension, Chancellor Hunt and his allies may find themselves facing increased pressure to reconsider their stance. Whether they will heed these calls remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: the debate over temporary taxes turning permanent is far from over.